Young people are at risk from a lot of different diseases and ailments. Coronavirus is not among them. They are largely safe from that. Healthy young people are almost entirely safe from that. But the bureaucrats who run this country's universities and school systems are pretending otherwise, and they're acting on it. They have shut down these schools, and if you have kids in school, you know how much they are suffering. Last weekend, for example, Northeastern University, which is in Boston, expelled 11 first-year students for violating social distancing protocols. This is happening across the country. At Northeastern, the school is making them forfeit their $36,000 $500 tuition. So what is this about? It's about what happens when the left has total control. Immediately, everything becomes about ideology, and people start becoming repressed in a very big way. The United Nations this weekend tweeted the pandemic is not really about a virus. It's a cautionary tale about, and we're quoting now, a male-dominated world with a male-dominated culture which damages everyone. What the hell does that mean? And why have we let crazy people hijack our response to this pandemic? And what kind of damage are they doing to kids in schools? Adam Carolla has been thinking about all of this for a long time. He's the host of The Adam Carolla Show and the author of the book, I'm Your Emotional Support Animal. We're happy to have him on tonight. Adam, thanks so much for coming on. So how does punishing kids for things they haven't really done wrong, to protect them from a disease that doesn't threaten them, make our country healthier?
Well, obviously it doesn't, but it does kind of get them under the fear umbrella. There's just a big tent of fear.
Yeah.
And fear is how politicians control you. Everything they say is fear-based, and if you want to control your populace, you do it with fear. So starting them early and often on a diet where they're spoon-fed fear from the time they leave the womb to the time they're not allowed to go back to the classroom gets you a nice constituency for the next time you want to control them.
That is so smart and true. And this may be why the shooter drills, some of which, by the way, I read have been conducted on Zoom, which doesn't make any sense at all, but were so popular, way out of proportion to the actual threat posed by school shooters, horrible as that is. So what effect does this have on kids over time, do you think?
Well, I think it makes them miserable in layman's terms. It also probably gives them mild PTSD. I mean, you freak these kids out. You know, we did things back in the 50s and the 60s. We said, if there's a nuclear bomb, get under the desk. Now, obviously, 3/4 of an inch of plywood is not going to save you from an H-bomb, but it was literally just giving kids something to do. Now we're saying, stay home, get under your bed, get in a fetal position, and wait to die. And all it's doing is scaring kids, depressing kids. It's creating a nation of cowards. People have no idea that there is a horrible byproduct to fear. Fear isn't free. You're not allowed to go just be as safe as you can all the time, and there'll be no horrible side effects that come after that. By the way, we're the land of the brave and the home of the free. How much longer are we going to put that out there?
Well, I think that's exactly right. And so why, like, if you wanted to win a presidential race, why wouldn't you align with the millions of young people and their parents who are suffering through onerous and totally unnecessary restrictions that are actually destroying their lives? Why wouldn't you speak up about that?
Well, sadly, I think there's the sad part of this entire pandemic experiment for me is not the politicians. The politicians are going to do what they're going to do. You know, right. Gavin Newsom in Los Angeles is going to lock it down. Garcetti's going to lock down Los Angeles. Newsom's going to lock down California. They're doing what they're going to do. CNN is going to do what they're going to do. They're going to sell soap. They're going to scare you, and they're going to cash checks. The scariest part is the citizens, the people that are going along with this, the cowards that won't leave the house to walk on a nature trail without a mask and then shoot you the stink eye when you don't have your mask shoved in your face. The part that's scary about this is the part that's sort of Nazi-esque about this, or World War II-esque, you know, Germany in the mid-30s, is the citizens turning on the citizens. That's the scary part. I didn't anticipate it.
I didn't either. Dividing Americans against each other, that seems like the whole play. Very smart. Adam Carolla, thank you for that. I appreciate it.